moved up here, and it was such a nice, quiet place, and you know, it was perfect for my situation. And I was close to town, but yet there was hardly any traffic on my road. If 5 cars a day came up the road, it was a busy day, and there was hardly ever, maybe once or twice in 2 or 3 weeks, a big truck would come up the road. But that was the extent of it, you know. And there was times that, you know, like 5 or 6 hours, 7 hours during the day, there was no traffic at all. For a while, I had the idea that I felt safe, and I had a safe zone that I was living in, and now all of that's been taken away from me. When he backed up there, he was only about 3 feet off of my property line, so they're encroaching. With all this activity and the noise and the trucks and the people, and it just has totally ruined the atmosphere that I moved up here to achieve. And I try to set my day up at the beginning of the day with the least amount of aggravation that I can, so therefore it doesn't trigger a lot of things that cause me to suffer extremely. Is like when I get really cranked up, I get extreme pains in my body, and it's nothing I can do or take that will make it any better. So I have to structure my lifestyle to correlate with the disability they say I have. This is an example of the gas exploration's finest day. The runoff from the road, from the dust control agent that they put on the road to control the dust, which does nothing but pollute the soil and the area around, and it doesn't really do anything to control the dust. To me, this is not acceptable. From their own scientists in the oil industry, it's not if a well will fail, but when. And what happens if it fails right at the level of the water table? Then all that millions of gallons of fracking fluid is going to go right into the water table. End of story. You know, I mean, it's just, you read all the material about this, and then you wonder why it's allowed to go on. The traffic is so bad up and through here that I have trouble mowing my lawn along these banks. I keep them mowed down, and at different times I've had 3 different occasions where I've almost been ran over, had head-on collisions with vehicles because they're driving way too fast. And the dump truck was right, his tires were right here. That's how close he was to me. I don't have any unstressful days anymore. I haven't had them for 3 years. You know, ever since this gas exploration started, you know, with the seismic testing and everything else, it's been a nightmare, and just no peace and no tranquility at all. And like I say, that's been taken away from me. It's, you know, and I've been robbed of that. And now I suffer every day, every hour. You know, I'm suffering, you know, and I have to put on my game face, you know, just to go to the store in the morning. And you know, there's times I've got to just beat myself up to even get out of bed, because I'm just so upset and depressed about everything that's going on around me, when it used to be so nice and peaceful, and everything was serene. You know, I just don't know what I'm going to do now, because I just can't. I can't keep going on like this very much longer, because this is killing me. And these people, they don't get it. You know, they don't seem to understand. You know, of course they don't want to, because then they have to. They don't want to understand. They just want to keep doing what they do, you know, and it doesn't matter how it affects anybody. They don't take anything into consideration of other people and what's going on. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is pretty much this is going to kill me, and so be it, because I refuse to be driven off my property, and I refuse to take what they're dishing out. I refuse. I can't do no more.